Okay, I am here. How's everyone doing today? I will start off to say this stream will be very short, probably like 2 to 3 hours, given how late it is, because I will be done by 9, potentially even earlier. But there's not much I plan on doing, at least as far as coding goes. Testing will probably take longer, honestly. I like the soundtrack, even though I haven't heard like 90% of the songs yet. Oh, okay, in that case. Thanks for watching, see you next time. No. Yeah, just do like a 10-minute stream. With like 90% of it just being my FK screen. Yeah. I should just start doing that. Okay, so the changes I've made since the last time I streamed this, which is like a few days ago. I basically did a complete overhaul of the Twitch connection and partly an overhaul of the actual like Twitch Plays part itself. So the what did I change? Yeah, so the Twitch connection, it's nothing like what it was, because the way it used to be, it would go through IRC instead of an API, which it's fine, except for the fact that you have to run an infinite loop to always check, you know, to always be checking for chat messages, right? The problem with that is a feature I wanted to implement, which is to show the session stats when the bot disconnects. That was physically not possible with the infinite loop active. So I actually put in the time to just improve the Twitch connection, so now it actually uses a Twitch.io API. And so now I can just listen for an event for when a message is sent. So that's the Twitch side of things. Twitch Plays was slightly improved. It's just mostly more split up. Like I have a function specifically for handling inputs, which is actually like this entire thing right here. That's what handles the inputs. And the actual input handling itself is like exactly the same as how it was last stream. It's not really any improvements I see in making on that. But also I added a command, well, this is the function that returns all the inputs for the current platform. And if you type exclamation point inputs, it will reply to you with the inputs. So that's nice. Also, I created a settings JSON, which takes the game, which for now is temporary. That's just because I don't know how to get the game from Twitch yet. I need to look more into the API for that. But also, it's nice to have that as an override. Wait for when active is not set up yet, because I really don't want to set that up yet. But the idea with that is inputs will be put into a queue, and that queue won't start until the selected program has focus. So like in the case of like if we're doing like Twilight Princess, for example, I can make the inputs wait to register until Dolphin has focus. And that way it just is a safety net, so like you guys don't like mess up my system or something. So it would be nice, but it would just be a lot of work to set that up, because I'd have to create like a dictionary to like for the program to know what game runs on what platform, kind of thing. Because I'd have to check the window name or the process ID or something like that. So the window would be unique per each game. So yeah, that would just be a lot of work I'd rather not have to do. But also, something I might scrap is the ability to play sounds. so right now, I have it set to a 5% chance to play a random sound, depending on the game. In this case, it only works for Hollow Knight, since that's the only game sounds I have right now. Which are just random voice clips. I think that's all I have. Yeah. So, for now, I'll set that to a 50% chance. Just so we're actually more likely to see it happen. And I think that's pretty much all the changes. And yeah, show stats is something I want to work on today. So this is the progress of version 3. So yeah, multi-threading, it's pretty much the same as it was. It was already pretty good the way it was before, so I didn't really need to make it better. And yeah, I have the inputs command. And so the goal now is to output session stats. That's the main thing for tonight. I still don't know if I'm going to put in the time to make that work. I really don't want to. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I think that's all the explanation out of the way. So, I have not really added more to the... Oh yeah, I actually did this since the last stream. We now have support for 2 new things. Asynchronous inputs. So, take upright, for example, which, yeah, I still have that as a command for TP. So, with the command upright, you need to hold W and D. It seems simple enough, but the problem is, you need to hold them concurrently. And I didn't have support for that at the time, but now I do. And the more interesting thing is this. A giant macro. We have macro support. And in my extensive testing, spin attacks do work consistently. So I'm hoping we don't break, otherwise that'll be a mess to fix. But yeah, we can do pretty much any combination of inputs, which is really cool. So what I want to do, I'm gonna change the game override. Fortunately, the override is case sensitive because I'm stupid. Okay, so now it'll run for TP. And let me open up Dolphin. I should still have the save state, right? I hope. Yeah, okay. So, if I run the program now... That still happens sometimes. I don't know why it fails to connect sometimes. There we go. And... wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so now inputs work. And if you type exclamation point input, or inputs, here, I'll do it. There, those are the inputs. Yeah, look at that. Also, I'm gonna pause the music for now. So, if you keep spamming inputs, you may, or at least it should, have a 50% chance to play a sound effect. Or, no, never mind. It won't, because it's for TP, and I don't have sounds for TP yet. But if I was doing Hollow Knight, then it would play sounds right now. Okay, back to music. We will test Hollow Knight soon. But yeah, it's really good. Let's see if I can do a spin on keyboard. Oh wait, what's my... Okay, there. Easy. Yeah, no roll yet. I can't do a break slide, because I'm only doing key presses, which, you know, you don't have analog input with that, so... Yeah, unfortunately, no break slide. Actually, wait. I think I could do that because you have a modifier. The modifier changes the dead zone of the control stick. So I could see doing a macro. You have the async left. You hold left shift recursively, and then yeah, you do the direction. Well, it would be hard to time it though, because you'd have to time it with, or you would have to release, like up, for example. You'd have to release up a certain amount of time after you initiate the roll, and then it would have to hold ESS in the opposite direction. That would be hard to do, but I think it's possible. I could make it so it's very consistent. And so you could theoretically do better break slide. Well, not theoretically, like that's definitely possible. If it can be coded, which I think it can be, then yeah, you could do very consistent and good break slides. Put me to shame. But look at those spins. I'm so proud of those spins. And yeah, I also improved the output here. So yeah, it says the input that was triggered and then triggered by who. But shall we test Hollow Knight? Well, I don't have inputs set up like in-game for it. Can you? I forget. Can you change keyboard input in Hollow Knight? I assume you can, since you could do it with a controller. If not, then I would just have to change the input JSON. Yeah, okay. But here, if I do Control-C to terminate, we see it's said terminated. And so at this point, inputs should not register. Let me double check that. If you type in input now, it should not work. I just want to verify that it does disable the program. Yeah, okay. Good. I can code things sometimes. So yeah. And yeah, it will output stats in the chat. So that's the goal for today. But let's also let's test Hollow Knight. Let's just keep TP running. I'm gonna pause it for now. And so if I go in settings, change this to Hollow Knight, run that. Okay, so you should still get almost the same inputs, but no spin. I think that's the only one I don't have set up for Hollow Knight, but obviously no spins in Hollow Knight, so. And now you have a 50% chance for it to play a sound. It's exclamation point inputs, since that's an actual command. Yeah. Yeah, those are the only three I have set up right now. Because TP was my big testing one. I still want to do the hidden skills, the macros for those. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Also, I hope I forgot to test this, but I hope the sound effects change with the audio device. Or I hope they play on the right audio device, since I have it going through a headset right now. Otherwise, that'll be awkward. But yeah, if you type short right, right, or long right, 50% chance to play sound from Hollow Knight. In TP.
Bacala, ma'am?
La venido.
Nice. Seems a little quiet, but the audio files are WAVs, so I don't want to convert them to MP3 just to normalize. There has to be a way to like just normalize any audio file. I think you could do it with like Audacity, but I don't want to get that. Yeah. But the combat sounds in particular are like twice as loud as the just dialogue sounds. It's very annoying. Adobe Edition. I'm sure that's not free. No Adobe stuff is free. Even Flash, you have a price because you put your system is compromised with Flash. That's the price you pay. Because, like, I know you can do it with Audacity. I used to do it a long time ago. But it's very time consuming because you have to do it on a per file basis. Like, the program I normally use to normalize, no pun intended, is MP3 Gain. But in its name, it only supports MP3s. But it's really nice because you can just do batch normalizing. So, like, I can just normalize, like, 1,000 songs at once. It's great. It's great when it works. A bad program. But yeah, so it's good to know everything seems to be working. Okay, so I just don't want to look at it wrong when it'll shatter. But yeah, I think this is like a week into it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do Control-C, whatever. So for like a week of truly coding this, I think this is pretty decent progress. I thought about that, and it is something I could do. The problem I have with that... Well, actually, no. That problem wouldn't be a thing. I was thinking, like... For other games, you could have, like, a different LR input. And so, like, an alias in one game could trigger, like, an input in another. But no, because it's platform-based, so... Yeah, I mean, that could be done. I just don't want to. I hate having to modify the JSONs. But maybe something for version 4, like, or sometime down the road in version 3, actually. Version 3 is like the final version, because I'm not doing like another major refactor. So, like, once I merge version 3 branch with master, that's when I will consider this bot, like, at least in a usable state. And it's very close to being usable. I just want the stats thing done before I merge. So yeah, but yeah, I could do the aliases. Hold on, I'll add it. Yeah, I just don't want to complicate the input logic further. Because, like, I'm already doing, like, all of this just to handle running the inputs. And it's just hard to read. Because Python is bad. Alright, back to music. So now I'm actually going to start coding. So, for the stats thing, I need variables for... So, what stats do I want? Total number of inputs sent. Where do I want to store these? In Twitch plays? Yeah. Yep. Free dark mode was not a thing until... I think Well, until a recent version, actually. Because they came out with free dark theme, like, during our last game jam, which is why we immediately updated. But there is a hack you can do to get dark theme free. I probably shouldn't say it on stream. But you can just do, like, you can hex edit the executable, and each version has a unique hex value you have to search for, but once you can usually find it in a Google search if you're dedicated enough, which I was. But yeah, it's pretty easy to just unlock it for free, which I think is part of the reason why they just give it free now. Got enough complaints. Okay, so total commands, or total inputs. And I should do a dictionary for... Yeah, because if I want to output the most used inputs for the session, yeah, each input would have to have its own count, so... Input usage... Or no, dictionary, not list. But yeah, the current Howard, the actual like Twitch bot, he is down because I accidentally, like, in my experiments of trying to improve this bot, or this extension, I did have to reset the secret, like the way, or the OAuth that connects him to Twitch. And so I need to actually update his code to get him to be revived. So he's down for a little bit. But I do plan on updating Howard once I'm done with this Twitch Plays thing. So he'll be getting extensive updates next. Okay, so input usage dictionary. Do I want anything else? I think that's it for now. Probably think of something else in the future. So I want to make sure that the input is successful. So I'll do it at the end here. Wait, where do I get the input? Is that data? I just wrote this last night, and I've already forgotten what all it does. Get data for input. Okay, yeah, it is data. Oh, also something I do want to mention that is different from the version 2 is each input runs on a separate thread. So if you noticed while you were spamming that each of your inputs were working, like none of them were getting skipped or delayed, this is why. Because each one can run concurrently, because they are on separate threads, which is really nice. So yeah. Although, the downside is that increases my CPU usage. If there's a lot of spam, we may have issues, but we'll figure out what to do if that time comes. So far, my CPU seems to be fine with this regular spam from my testing. I believe it's as many as your CPU can handle, which basically means as many until your CPU is just maxed out. You might. My CPU isn't the best on the planet, so we'll have to see. Okay, so data is the input. I'm just gonna double check this. Very important to be thorough in Python. Okay, yeah. Wait, no, I actually want the key value. Does that have to be in the for loop? Yeah, it does, because it has to be in the output. Okay, that's fine. Gotta make sure this is indented correctly. Yeah. So here we update the stats. And again, I'm gonna make sure I got this right. Wait, no, I don't need to do it in the for loop, because that's for every output. No. Alright, hold on, I'm struggling. It's data input, right? Yeah, data input. So yeah, it should work down here, actually. Print. Data input. Yeah, why do I not have that as a variable somewhere? I don't know. So, in the case of write, of typing write, this should output write. Yeah, there we go. And it does wait for the input to finish. Okay, good. That is the correct value. I'm going to store that. Input to name. And this is a case where Python is bad. I want to name it just input. There's a problem with that. When I exit... Or no, I actually don't use that anymore. Oh well. Python has a function for I don't actually know what that's called. I guess it's a function, but basically there's an input thing you can use in Python to basically take input from the user. So like in this case, like press any key to exit. But I don't do that anymore, but I still have it there just in case. But that's why you don't really want to use input as a variable name, because that will break any instance of like trying to use an actual input. Python is just weird with its global variables. So yeah, input name equals data input. So total inputs. I assume Python supports incrementation like that. No, it doesn't seem to like it. I know I can do that. And so we add 1 to total inputs, then we need to take the dictionary, input usage, add. And so here, I need to double check. Wait, where's the held inputs list? Okay, it's up there. I was like, oh no, did I forget that? Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I create, or how I add to a empty dictionary. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, so there is no add function like there is in C#. You just have to manually specify the key. Okay. So down here, it would be like input usage. Then the key is input name. And the value is problem with this approach is that, like, I want to increment it by 1. But how do I increment it by 1 without reading the initial value? Because the dictionary is empty by default. So if I try to read it before adding the value, it will error, I think. Might as well try it. I don't even know if that'll compile. Or no, I'll just output the whole thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not going to run. Yeah, oh, okay. Error there, local variable referenced. I hate that. I hate Python. I guess make it global. When in doubt, make it global. I'll probably have to do the same with dictionary if this fixes it. Yep. Yeah, that's coding worm. Really? Why is it still not saying it? Interesting. Yeah, Python makes it difficult to just, like... Python makes it difficult to even just use variables. Because, like, Python has a weird scope. Like, basically, a variable defined outside of a function, under some situations, it cannot be referenced inside a function. It's weird. Because, like, here I have, like, held inputs, right? And then I reference it somewhere. I reference it here in a function. So why is it any different when I try to reference total inputs? Oh, is it because I'm trying to assign it before it's assigned? I don't... stupid, but I just want to see if it'll work. So if I assign it to itself, what happens? Okay, it still doesn't like that. Yeah, so here's a great example of what makes Python a great language. Right there. So you define the variable. You can use it in the function, only if you call the function though. If you don't call the function from within the class itself, you can't use the variable. Like, why? Well, make the compiler recognize it as a global variable. Simple, you know? It's like Python scope is just very weird. That's like my biggest complaint about Python. It's just like, why is its scope so broken? And yeah, then you have global variables as well. Wait, can I just do that? Hold on. If I specify global there, and then I do total inputs plus. Oh yeah, plus equals 1. Will that work? Okay, yeah. And that's expected because, because the key right doesn't exist because I am trying to actively assign it. So that's an expected error. But yeah, so defining it as global here fixes it. It's stupid. Like, you define total at the start of the file, and then you have to define it again in the function to use it in that function. It's bad. But I'm not going for perfect code, so it's fine. Okay, so what do I do here? And also, friendly reminder, I have to do that with total inputs, but not with input usage. So one variable requires it to be marked as global, while the other doesn't. Python bad. Alright, so how do I do what I'm trying to do here? Oh, actually, this is ugly, but it'll work. Okay. I actually do want to keep that. Is not none. And in case you didn't know, none is Python's equivalent of null. So here I'm saying if the key in input usage does not exist, then I want to set it to 0. Or actually, I'll set this as variable. So if it's not null, then I can just simply use it. So this will be current key, or no, still want to do input usage. Input name equals input usage, input name plus 1. Then else, so if the current key does not exist, we just set it to 0. Or in this case, to 1. I think that should work. I hope. No, it still doesn't like that. Exception thrown right. Is it really not going to let me? Okay. How do I check? Check if dictionary contains key. Oh, okay, there's actually an in keyword. So instead of doing is not none, I can do if input usage, input name. So in this case, I'm checking if a key with the name or with the string right is in input usage. Try that. Why the hell are you still breaking? How do I check this? Oh wait, no. My bad. It's input name. So you specify the key if key is in input usage, yeah. Coding is hard. There we go, okay. So if I do it again, it should update to 2. Yeah. And now it should be 3. Yeah. Okay, so it's working. Let's try long right. Okay, so it's working. Yeah, so it keeps count separately, which is good. Do long right again. Alright. Nice. So with that set up, what I can do now I wish you could do line breaks in Twitch chat. Well, I suppose I could send each stat as a separate message. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I probably should, because otherwise it would be harder to read. Oh, also, you want to hear something else stupid about Python? This code right here took me about 5 hours to figure out. So, what I'm doing here is I'm triggering, or I'm detecting when the program terminates, and when it does, it calls onQuit. And that's, you know, again, that's just to let me know, let the program quit, and to finalize things, and it also output the session, or the session stats. The problem with this is you are passing it a function, which cannot be asynchronous. So the problem there is when I call channel.send, that is an asynchronous method, or an asynchronous function. And the only way to call an asynchronous function is within an asynchronous function. You have to await to call it, which can only be done in an async. Which means, in order to call this function, normally, I would have to make this synchronous, which means I can't run it when the program tries to terminate. The workaround is to import async IO, and it took so much effort to actually finally find that its create task is what I want. It's very specific, but yeah, it took like a lot of suffering to get that to work. And all just to send a message to chat at a certain time. This Python is bad. So I want to test something. If I create another task, will it successfully run that after running the first one? Or will I have to create a new loop? Let's find out. But I do need to send an input for this to work right. Okay, cool, it does work. Alright, that's a relief. I was fully expecting it to fight me there. Okay, so in the new message, we want to output total inputs. So, total inputs. Equals total inputs. And I have to convert that to string. This is another downside to Python. C# makes it very... C# and JavaScript both make it very easy to concatenate strings with other variable types, like a number, for example. And C# even takes it further and lets you do stuff like dictionaries. Like you can just put that into a string and it'll automatically convert that to a string. Python is not kind enough to do that. So every time you want to add something that is not a string to a string, you have to convert it to a string. Very easy to forget that. So if I run this, it should output... I'll do 2 commands, so it should output 2 for total inputs. And if I terminate, total inputs 2. Nice. Okay, it's going way too smooth. I'm fully expecting something to break at some point. And so now I do favorite, or like most used commands. And it can be more than one in case of a tie, so I do need to account for that. So, going to create a string here. Are you actually trying to like set up ID2 in Unity? Is that what you're trying to do? I saw a tidbit of the conversation you and Mato were having earlier. Like, are you actually trying to like decomp it? Because if so, I can try to help out with that. The test asset bundle. Are you doing that in an empty project, or are you trying to do that... Well, I suppose you do have to get the games extracted as well in order to fill the asset bundle, even if it's an empty project. But like, what exactly are you having trouble with there? With ID2 extract? Or with the new project? Assuming you are doing separate. It's actually pretty easy to extract ID2 and open it in Unity. Because there's a program that pretty much does it for you. It just creates the project, and you just have to open that up in Unity Hub. In the right version, preferably, but version doesn't matter too much. Like, I personally, like when working on ID2 modding, I actually have the ID2 decomp in Unity like 2021, and it still works fine. But that way I get dark theme. Okay, what am I doing? I want to create a string containing each of the most used inputs. So take input usage. For inputs. No, can't use that name. For key in input usage. I'm gonna change this to KVP. Key value pair. Or no, it actually is a key. Can't iterate through key value pairs in Python as far as I'm aware. So I'm just going to do a test here. Print key. How do I get the value? I forget how that works. Hold on. I hate dealing with dictionaries in Python. It's so different from anything else I've worked with. Oh yeah, it's a get method. Okay. So key is a string. Was used. I'm gonna change that to sent. And then we do input usage. Key. I have to convert that to string, because again, Python is garbage. Was used X times. Okay, so that should hopefully output each key's usage. It's not going to send it to chat though, it'll just be... Shut up. It'll just be to the console. So if I do portrait. Okay, there's Zope. Alright, so now if I terminate. Write was sent one time, short write was sent one time. Okay. Seriously, this is going like way too smooth. I'm just terrified of what's gonna happen. Whenever code goes very smooth, you know it's gonna plummet at some point. Up here, okay. So I need to figure out which keys have the most usage. So I need to check their values and check for the highest. And once the loop is done... Okay, I can just make a list. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I have to play the soundtrack more. Okay, so what's your opinion on this, Worm? I could output the stat use or the input usage. I can output that on a like for every input, or I could just output it for the most used inputs. The problem with outputting it for every input is just it will post a lot of messages depending on how many inputs there are for the game. So it would be kind of like spam. But at the same time, it would be good. You know, I feel like that would be cool to see how many times each input was used. Top 3. How would I even do that? I'm trying to think of how to like sort the dictionary. I think you can do something like system.link, like some equivalent of that in Python. Let me look that up. I'm sure there's a way to like sort a dictionary or a list. Or dictionary by value. Dictionaries preserve in section order in Python 3.7 plus. Yeah, so you can do like sort of like system.link. Actually use a lambda expression. Yeah, so it's like the exact same kind of syntax, just slightly different. Because, you know, Python likes to stand out. Not quite sure how to write it though. Alright, whoops. Okay. So, for each key... This is such a weird syntax. Wait, no, it's not actually doing it in a for loop. Okay, no, it does. Yeah, for each... Wait, you can do key value? You can do a for loop with key value? I'm so confused. Like, Python is so hard to learn. At least it is when you're so used to, like, C. Okay, what it's basically saying is I could do something like for key value in, and then you sort the dictionary. And here you do a lambda expression. Okay, so I want to sort by values. Okay, no, I don't want to use that as variable name. I have no idea what I'm writing right now. It's such confusing syntax. So here we want the condition. So in this case, I want... I'm just going to copy the code exactly and just see what happens. Need to add another parenthesis. Oh wait, okay. X does need to be dictionary name, which is what? Input usage. Why does it not like item? Man, Python is bad, Unity is bad, what isn't bad? Oh, that's interesting, Worm. Okay, I do key equals lambda, item, colon, and then the condition. It doesn't, the example doesn't assign item. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. See, this is what I mean though, like Python tells you nothing, like as far as errors. It just says unexpected token. Like, it doesn't tell me what it's expecting, it just says, no, we don't like that. So confusing. Oh, and I could reverse this. So what this would do, if it would actually compile, it would sort the values from smallest to largest, but since I want to go largest to smallest, I can just add another variable, or add another parameter, reverse equals true. Oh yeah, uppercase. Okay, now why does it not like syntax? So dictionary.items key equals lambda. I have it right as far as I'm aware. Like, what do I do here? It doesn't say I have to import anything. I'm just gonna copy the code. I probably have a typo somewhere that I'm just not seeing. Oh, okay, I did have an extra parenthesis. That's probably what did it. But here... Okay, so that compiles. I want to see how this actually works. Is it not like that? Oh, whoops. I forgot how code works. Okay, now we should be good. I do have to convert value from an int to a string. Just gonna comment that. Okay, no idea what this is going to output, so we're gonna find out. It compiles, that's progress. Do a couple of inputs. Okay, it does not like that. Because I made a typo. Okay. that right? Okay, that should be good now. I don't even know how that typo happened. I think that happened with the copy-paste. Okay, send another right. Key is right, value 2, key is short right, value 1. Okay, that does appear to work. And it did, I'm gonna double check something. I need to make sure it actually sorts. So let's do short right, long right. I'm gonna do another long right, then 3 rights. Okay, so right here, it should... Okay, right, long right, short right. That's correct. Okay. Wow. What is going to go wrong? Like, there has to be something that goes wrong at some point. Okay, so... Now, all I need to do is store this to a string. Input, usage, outputs. Then we do input, usage, outputs. Equals, or no, plus equals. E. Reminder that I can't do something like that. Actually, I'll try it. I'll try having it all in one line just to see how it looks. So we got the key, then we add the value, which is the count, and convert to string. And where did I do this? Yeah, okay. I'll just copy this. And replace each all inputs. Again, the code is far from perfect, but it'll get the job done. And now, if I output input usage output, it should actually print this to chat. I hope. Otherwise, something broke. Alright, gonna do it in a specific order. Remember, spin does not work yet, because this is Hollow Knight. Oh. Alright, terminate that. Top 3 commands, long right, right, and short right. Is that correct? Yeah, we got 3 rights, 5 long rights, and 3 short rights. Or, no, 2 short rights. 1 was a typo. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's because it types in, like, when I'm doing the testing in my own chat, it types the key in the chat box. So here, like, if I type, or wait, I have to restart it. Hold on. Okay, so if I type right, it's gonna put D in chat. Yeah, so that's why that happens so frequently. Okay, and I should update the number of the commands in case it's less than 3, otherwise that looks weird. Didn't it just play a song not that long ago? How long is the soundtrack? Oh, it's only 50 minutes, that's why. I've already looped through it all. Short soundtrack. I'm just gonna do that, yeah, because I'm lazy. So do we feel they should be... Do we feel the stats should be in one line? Or should they be all separate lines? Which one's more readable? I mean, obviously the separate lines would be more readable, but... Again, depending on how many stats I want to show in the end, that could be just spam. Because, like, with showing 3 top commands, that means if I'm doing it on a separate lines, then that means the bot would be posting 6 messages when it terminates. 1 to say it terminated, then total inputs, then top commands, and yeah, 3 for each top command. So that's already 6 messages for just 2 stats. It really needs to support new line, at least for bots. Like, I understand not doing it, like not allowing it for regular users, but I feel like if you're detected as a bot account, it should be allowed. Or if you're a moderator, maybe. Which Howard is. Well, it would clean up the code a little bit. I don't know. Oh, it does work? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the text box supports it, but yeah, Twitch removes the white space. You can't even add extra spacing either, like... I added a lot of spaces there, in between the words has and lot, and you see it just removes them all. Like, I understand why it does that. Like, it's probably just to, like, prevent spam, but there really should be a way to, like, override that for trusted users. Okay, I think it's fine the way it is, honestly. Let me try it out again. So I'm just gonna send one input. Total inputs 1, top commands. Okay, well, just to be even more lazy. Whoops, wrong placement. There. Where do I put total? Oh wait, it's right here. There. That way if just one input is registered, it'll still be proper grammar. Yeah, I think it is time to add more inputs, because, I'm gonna be putting this off forever, so I'm probably never gonna do that. And, I'm not gonna do aliases yet. I'll save that for whenever I decide on if I'm doing that. Besides, I need more inputs to really benefit from aliases anyways. So, I've gotten the important stuff done. And before I commit this, let's also set this back to 5. I'm gonna commit that separately. Okay, that works. So for the Twitch plays, we added stats. Oh, hold on. I don't need to print this anymore. How do you override the test command? Are you talking in extra to do? Because with that, if you have it in dnspy, you can just write directly in the test function and make it do whatever you want. You don't have to, like, override it. You just change it. But yeah, you have to do that in dnspy. Okay, so do you know how to open the assembly? I mean, I don't remember if DLLs are associated with dnspy by default. I don't think so. Well, either way, if you have dnspy open, you can just drag and drop the assembly.dll file into it and it'll open. And here, I'll show it off since I have it right here. So yeah, you open the assembly C# file and it'll look... You won't have any of these other things if you just open the assembly, but you don't need those if you're just doing a quick thing. So yeah, just click the arrow drop downs, and then the main thing is the dash. Like, I don't even know what to call that, but that's where all the main code is. But you can also just search debug commands, which this is the practice mod, or no, is this practice mod or vanilla? Okay, this is vanilla, so yeah, it's not gonna have it. But yeah, you can just search for debug commands. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, so if you go to the DLL file, you can right-click and tell it what program to open, and select dnspy. And if you open the assembly in that manner, it'll automatically import all of this stuff. Okay, so yeah, I removed the test stuff. I think everything is good. Okay. Output stats to chat when program terminates. And all I did in fun, this is a major change right here. Yeah, look at that enormous change. That's a complete refactor right there. Literally 2 character difference. Wonder how many bytes difference this is. It'll show on GitHub if I remember to look later. Change check for playing random sound to greater than or equal. Or less than or equal. I did do less than, right? I just want to make sure. Yeah, less than or equal. Oh yeah, I forget that's not open by default. I believe Control F should just open it, but it might be some weird thing. Yeah, how do I open that? No, Control F doesn't open it. Oh, okay, it's Control Shift K, search assemblies. Or you can just go edit and click search assemblies. Why is it Control Shift K? And why can't I change that? Stupid. Oh, and yeah, in there, I believe it does select all of the above by default. If not, then you can just click this and select that, and that will let you search for the classes. It's already almost 8. I have like less than an hour of streaming left. Nice. Well, again, you can still go to like edit and just click search assemblies. Okay, so at this point, I already achieved what I was aiming to do on stream. Now I gotta think of something else. I guess I can just add more inputs, yeah. Okay. Should I do the aliases thing? Because if I'm gonna be doing a bunch of copy-pasting, I should have all the data done before I do that. Well, what will likely happen is tomorrow I'll likely start the stream with a Twitch Plays testing, where we actually do, like, it won't be a real challenge, but it'll just be like, you know, a true test of mostly how well it actually works in practice, because I want to be confident that it'll work well going into the August 21st stream for the first Twitch Plays challenge. Because I really want to do that for my birthday. It'll be fun. So, yeah, I just want to make sure everything is working and that it works well, at least well enough for that challenge. Because I'm planning on doing 2 challenges that day. Unless you guys just plow through them real quick, which I don't think you will. The plan is, Hollow Knight, can you outshaw the Shaw? So in other words, can you beat Hornet? And the second thing would be Twilight Princess, can you beat Blizzetta? And if you beat Blizzetta, then I'll go to Darkhammer. Because I think those 2 are like the easiest bosses to fight if you're a Twitch chat with the Twitch delay. Because otherwise, like, most of the other bosses require like aiming. I mean, I feel like this is so ironic, but Virus would actually be the hardest boss for you guys. Because you would have to do aiming, and you'd have to be very coordinated to pull the chain. There's no way you guys would be able to do Virus. It's impossible. And, like, Diababa would be hard because you'd have to time the boomerang throw with Ook in such a way that the bomb just doesn't instantly hit Diababa. That would just be pain. And you'd probably just end up blowing yourself up anyways, half the time. So yeah, it's like I did a lot of thinking, and pretty much like the only enemies that could really work for you guys would be Blizzetta and Darkhammer. And I'm not even sure about Darkhammer, because you'd have to get behind him. But I do think with enough time, you guys could do that. But I think Blizzetta would be the easiest one. Because you can kind of just pointlessly, like, throw the BNC around and eventually you'll hit her for the first phase. Second phase, you kind of just walk around, and if you happen to aim in the right direction, you'll hit her. So, at least that's the idea. So yeah, Blizzetta, you can more or less just win by messing around. I don't know yet how well Dark Hammer would go. Yes, yeah, I don't think you guys can get truly coordinated. Not with a Twitch delay. Like, trying to aim at Blizzetta while she's, like, all, like, bouncing around. Yeah, good luck with that. So I don't know how I will work the Hornet challenge. Because I would like to... I'll probably just use Bench Warp to always warp back to the Hornet room. Because, as far as I'm aware, there's no mod that allows you to just respawn in the boss fight. Because I do want you guys to just be able to, like, always, like, quickly retry the fight. But Bench Warp would be our next best thing. Yeah, could do infinite health, actually. How do you do that? I know there's, like, the speedrun, like, practice mod thing that you can probably do it with a cheat. Otherwise, I can just mod it myself, like how I did before. But I'm lazy. Yeah, I didn't even think about doing infinite health. Like, it's funny, because I was planning on infinite health for the TP challenges. Because otherwise we're just going to be seeing the game over screen for like 90% of the stream. But the thought never crossed my mind to do that with Hollow Knight. Even though that's like the same issue, where you just die a lot otherwise. Yeah, and plus, if we die, then that means getting the shade as well. Yeah, so just doing the infinite health there would make the most sense. What should we do as a follow-up if you manage to beat Hornet? What would be another Hollow Knight challenge that's boss-related? I mean, could do Hornet 2, but I would prefer something more... less Hornet-like. Grey Mourner, oh god. Yes, give the flower to... Why am I forgetting that name? The Godseeker, there we go. Yeah, give the flower to the Godseeker. So you have to go through the sewers. And you'll also have to 112 the game while you're at it. You'll be starting from a fresh file. So have fun. I expect it to be done in an hour. How many tries did it take me to do Grey Mourner? I know it wasn't first try. I think first try died on like the thorns in the room, like in the final room, which is stupid. I may have gotten it second try. It's probably up on my YouTube if I wanted to look. The thorns at the end of Grey Mourner are just horrible. So much anxiety there. Alright, here's one. Can Twitch chat make it through Path of Pain? Good luck. Actually, fun fact. I could technically make an entire macro that just plays Path of Pain automatically. And you'd be able to clear it first try every time. Just type in pop and it'll do Path of Pain. Oh no. Keep in mind, I couldn't even finish that TPR challenge because of horseback. I'm still mad about that. Like, I should have won. I was right there. Because I know if I got to the final fight, I would have been free. Like, horseback was the last challenge, and it just happened to be the one that was impossible. Stupid game. And even then, it was only because of Epona. Because every time you changed my direction, she would come to a complete stop and turn around. Which made chasing after Ganon impossible. Well, right now, for the remaining inputs, let's set up a jump attack. I just want to see how that works, and make sure that the recursive inputs work right, so... Really need a better way to choose the game. Need to find a way to connect to the API, but... Anyways, Collapse Hollow Knight. So yeah, we have upright. While I'm at it, I'm going to also add the opposite of upright, which will be downright. That way I have all the right inputs done. Nice typo. Yeah, D. Okay. I can't ensure no direction is held. And you can still do a jump attack, even if you're moving. So, I don't even have to check that. Okay, so let's add it up here. So, if, okay. Jump attack. So we need to hold L. It will be recursive. Releases when you press A. So hold L. That is true, yeah, only folding forward. Well, that's where coordination comes in. If you want to do a jump attack, you have to be standing still or moving forward. Because, yeah, it would be way too complicated to try to determine what input is currently being done as you're trying to do another, because they run on separate threads. So, I don't even know if that's possible with separate threads, if they can, like, interact with one another like that. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Not unless if it becomes a major problem. So, hold L is recursive, and it won't release until A is pressed. Then press A. And this is not recursive. So theoretically, right off the bat, I should have jump attack, although I do have to update my input. I'm trying to, like, for simplicity, I'm trying to set the inputs to the actual key name that is being pressed. It just makes it easier to remember what to put in the JSON. Obviously, I can't do it in all cases, but that's what I'm trying to do. Why are these set? I don't use those. Update this. You can just replace all the code in the function itself, yeah. Here, I'll show you, just so you know what you're doing. Hold on. Alright, I open up the mod. Alright, so this is E2D. So if I'm just gonna search bug commands. Or actually, I can just search test. I forgot you can search methods. It's been so long since I've done this now. Search method. Why are there so many test methods? Okay, that's not what I'm doing. I forget why Matra added a second test, but anyways. So yeah, you can just replace all the code that's in here. And yeah, that's how you can do that. So like if you wanted to, like, for example, if you wanted to check if a certain file exists, you could do the check for if file exists, or well, let's say if it's not null, then outputs. So then you would output, or why did he add output error? I have no idea what all he's done here, but you would output text, yeah. File not null. Then we'll do like an else, and yeah, so on. You get the point. Okay, so yeah, I coded the jump attack, so now I go in-game. I already have my sword out. Run the thingamajig. Alright, so you should now be able to type jump attack. Let me also make sure it's updated in inputs. Yeah, okay. So spin and jump attack should both work. Wait, why? Oh, wait, okay, I know why. Hold on. Please hold. Yeah, okay. I need to unmap these. I'm just gonna unmap them. They don't need to be used right now. Wait, also I should be updating Twitch plays, not keyboard. Whoops. I have too many input maps. Okay, now try it. I could make a macro for map glitch, but I'm not going to. You guys, if you want map glitch, you're gonna have to work for it. Same with break slides. What? Hold on. Why? Wait, I forget. I can test in Dolphin myself too. Wait, why did I not do anything? It said it registered. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why that isn't getting the correct input. It is recursive. Like, how did I even hold left? We weren't even moving left. Interesting. I'm gonna try lowering the durations. Because, like, what I had to do with the spin attack, since I wanted it to be fast, each input lasts for 0.01 seconds. Yeah, that should work. Oh, wait. I think the A does need to be recursive. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's why. The duration doesn't matter, really. So just go back to a default of 1. Because this way, it'll press L first, but then it'll press A at the same, or concurrently. And A will release after 1 second, while L releases once A is pressed. Alright, that should work. No, stop. I hate that. Okay, now try it. What the hell? What? How is it going left? Like, do I have another conflicting input? It's so confusing. Oh, I do have a conflicting input. Life is hard. A goes left. So, A is actually space. Life is very difficult. See, this is what happens when I don't have the inputs being a name I expect. Now let me double check if that is space. Might be like spacebar or something. Okay, it's space or spacebar, so either works. Okay, so hold L and press space, which is A in-game. Okay. Why? Interesting. It might be an issue with it not waiting long enough after pressing L. Oh wait, no, it's because of sword, yeah. Okay, now try it. I'm really hoping this works. Okay. Alright. I do need to release the A. I need to release space sooner. Because jump strike will be a separate input. It'll be a separate command. But let's just do like 0.1. Alright, should work now. And it should not try to trigger jump. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it does not trigger jump strike. Nice, alright. Yeah, see, it's not that bad as long as you get the correct inputs working. See, aren't macros cool? Imagine trying to do a jump spin with regular Twitch plays. It would be difficult. You'd basically have to type code into a chat. Nice jump attack. There you were too fast. Nice paste. Good looking V. What are you trying to do? I mean, both of your attempts to jump spin worked right. Here, let me try it. Actually, I can't, because it's gonna type in chat and mess me up. The problems with being a developer. You can't have fun with your own products unless you put more work in. Well, it still did the jump spin. Oh, I saw a jump spin. But yeah, you do have to be pretty fast with it, because obviously there is time. It takes a little bit of time for it to go from Twitch servers to my system, so... And when it takes time for it to run the code. I do wonder how much that delay is. Probably less than 100 milliseconds, I imagine. Like, just looking at it, it's probably like... maybe... Actually, it might be like around 150. But it's definitely... I can definitely see the delay, but it's very minor. It's better than Twitch's like 7-second like viewing delay. Even worse on mobile. Well, okay. So we got that working. Oh, yeah. Okay, it does soft lock still if I terminate during an input. I should... yeah, I can terminate all inputs. An input is held. Oh yeah, that's true. It does output for every input. I should probably fix that. Okay, I only want it to run 3 times. Oh, this is not C#. Again, not C. Alright, I think that should limit it to 3 inputs. Oh my god. No. Okay, there we go. That's 4. No, terminate. Right 2, spin 2, jump attack 1. Why is it still doing 4? Oh, wait. That needs to be a 3. Okay, now it should work. Okay, yeah. Total inputs 4, and it only outputs 3. Okay. Progress. Okay. So now, back to the inputs. So what are we doing now? Like, we could try a hidden skill. I think that would be a fun challenge. Even though it shouldn't be hard. I hope it's not hard. But I will be right back. I'll get more water. Alright, I am back. So, what skill... Well, actually, what skills would we really need macros for? Like, backslice, and... Is that it? Well, backslice and jump strike, I guess. Although, technically... I think backslice does need one, but... Actually, no. Well, if I delay it enough, yeah, that could still work. Yeah, I think a macro for backslice would work. But I think that's it. Yeah, because... I mean, you're not going to be doing a macro for Helm Splitter. I feel like I shouldn't do macros for the hidden skills. Because that, like, they could be done with just the regular inputs. I mean, the thing with a spin attack, it would be very near impossible to do that without the macro, but in the case of something like backslice, I think you guys could do that with just timing the inputs. But backslice would be a bit more difficult. And something like Helm Splitter should be easily possible with the regular inputs. I shouldn't need a macro for that. Because, yeah, ideally, the fewer inputs I can get away with, the better. Because I don't want to, like, bombard viewers with, like, a million inputs for a game. The fewer inputs there are, the simpler it is to learn how to use them. Alright, enjoy your dinner making. So I guess I can just code out the rest of the inputs. Alright, let me finalize my mappings here. Whoops. Alright, so A is space, B is B, X, X, Y, Z. Start is left control, that's fine. What do I do for D-pad? I could do numpad. I just worry about that's gonna affect some of my hotkeys, because I use the numpad for a lot of hotkey stuff, but I think while I'm in Dolphin, it won't be an issue. I mean, like, numpad 5 is my mic mute key. So, but I wouldn't be pressing that with the D-pad. I'd be, like, doing 2, 6, 4, and 8. I'm gonna put this on a, well, no, I'll finish the mappings first. So yeah, WASD, then up, down, left, right for camera movement. Oh, and L and R. I think that's good. And we do have left shift as a potential idea. Okay. I think those are good final inputs for GC games in Dolphin. I'm gonna put this on my other screen so I can use that as reference. Okay. So yeah, spin, jump attack, short right, right, long right, upright. Downright. So now I should do it for the other directions. And then there's D-pad and camera. At least D-pad would be super simple. Oh yeah, and start too. I'll add start up here, since otherwise I'll keep forgetting about it forever. Application.quit. Unfortunately, I can't use that outside of Unity. Feels bad. What's the input for left control? The L control? No, search control. Okay, LCTRL. I don't need a second input for start. And it is not recursive. Oh, and by the way, Worm, earlier you asked, like, what recursive means. I actually got the definition wrong a little bit, so the variable name isn't accurate, but recursive actually means that it can run repeatedly, but in my case, I actually meant it for, like, it can run concurrently. But, I mean, I like the word recursive, so I'm fine using it. Just wrong usage. I swear English is my first language. Alright, so yeah, left control for that. Start is done. So now I do the other directions, so left. Let's do short left first. A. And this is short, so 0.5. Or no. Whether short is 0.25? No, okay, 0.5. Long is 2. Also, I don't need exit condition. So that's short left. This is just going to be regular left. And this is going to be long left. Down, or let's do up left first. And this will be recursive. Just gonna double check I'm doing it right. Yeah, no exit condition. And both are recursive. That should be it for up left. And do the same for down left. Really should try to like organize these so it's easier to find what I'm looking for. Cause yeah, this is gonna be a massive JSON, which kind of sucks. Cause yeah, we can see it's already approaching 250 lines just for one game. So like once I'm done with the Hollow Knight inputs, that's gonna be like 500 lines for 2 games. I could reasonably quickly actually split it up into separate JSONs. Like I can have like a folder for input data, and then I can just load the JSON for the current game. That could work. I'll save that for another day, but I'll most likely do that. Because yeah, otherwise I'm going to be getting this JSON to be like several thousand lines over time. And it'll be a pain to find anything. Especially since a lot of games would share similar inputs, like up, down, left, right kind of thing. So I wouldn't just be able to do a simple Control F to find what I'm looking for. But if each game has its own JSON, then I could benefit from the Control F. And it would have to load less data too. So it'd be more performant and easier to deal with. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Or tonight off stream. But I'll finish up the inputs though for TP. I'm almost done. And I think this is the last input, aside from D-pad. And now we do D-pad. Is it numpad or keypad? Okay, it is numpad. There. All TP inputs should theoretically be done. Though they all will require testing and probably a little bit of fixing. And Worm, the thing you sent me on Discord, that's just a C# thing. That's not Unity specific. Like, specifying... It's weird. I don't even know how to say it, but you need the type as a variable in order to pass the type. Like, you can't just pass the type name, but you could do, like... you could store a variable of type system.type and assign that get type, and when in the parentheses types put in scene, and then use that variable in that function, if that makes sense. Okay, let's run this. Okay, get this back over here. That did nothing. Why is D-pad not working in-game? Oh, no inputs are working. Oh no. Why are they not working for me? I should have background input on. I don't. Oh wait, do I not have that on? Always connected is on. And background input is on. Why does it not work now? Interesting. Oh wait, I think I know why. Hold on, I need to open a secondary chat window. Or can I do pop out? Will that work? Because I think while I'm in OBS, it doesn't let me use background input in Dolphin. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that works. Problem solved. And now, if I do spin... Okay, pausing works. Oh yeah, I don't have an actual A yet. I haven't coded the actual buttons. Minor detail, but alright, that works. Press B. Okay. So, looks like everything works. Okay. So let's finish adding the remaining inputs. There's so many inputs, dude. A equals A. B does B. Very simple. X. Whoops. Rest is X. These are all very simple inputs to set up. And lastly, Z. That should cover everything. Except the modifier, but I'm not doing that yet. Oh yeah, shield. Okay, one more. R. And that is going to be, press R. Oh, also, I'm gonna add L. I mean, I added L in the jump attack, but that's separate, because that's a macro. Definitely need aliases now, though. But yeah, just TP alone is coincidentally exactly 400 lines. Well, I guess technically 401, because it actually ends there. But now that should be all inputs. If only the program would actually run. Alright, so now oh, wait, okay, alright. So, worm. Okay. I added the rest of the TP inputs. These are all of TP's inputs now. 400 lines. And there will be more lines once I add aliases as well. But one problem at a time. So now, if you type inputs, that should get... Yeah, that's a lot of inputs, okay. That's got to be getting close to the message limit, so I might have to end up pushing another message. Really should try to like order the inputs too. I don't want infinite inputs like that. Mostly because that would break the program when I try to exit. So, Yeah, right now I don't want infinite inputs or like unlimited duration. But I could probably find a workaround for that actually. Cause yeah, I am thinking of having a way to like allowing you guys to specify the duration. So instead of having presets like long up or short up, you would just specify the duration, which would default to like 1 second or something. Because that would allow for more control, and it doesn't really add to the complexity of using the bot. Oh yeah, oh. I know why. Again, I got the inputs mixed up. This is complicated, okay? A needs to fire space, not A. It's so confusing. Alright. Get you away from the wall. Alright, have fun. Look at that nice roll. Dude, I can't wait to do the Twitch Plays challenges. Yeah, and that's another case where the default isn't optimal. Because, yeah, again, the default lasts for 1 second. Long inputs with the word long in them last 2 seconds, and short inputs last half a second. So, obviously, allowing chat to specify the duration is kind of a big deal, so... My goals tomorrow... Set up aliases, separate the input, like have separate input files for each game, like separate input JSONs. That will be a major thing, because having one game take 400 lines of inputs, and there's going to be more, it's going to get to like 500 lines once it's actually completely done. So yeah, that's just for one game, and I can have multiple games in this file, so... Separating them would help a lot. So aliases, separate input files, and allow chat specify duration. Although I could still manually specify duration in the input files as well if desired, because that does allow for certain macros to happen. Yeah, so that's a good set of goals for tomorrow. Long down doesn't work. Yeah, okay, it's probably a typo. Wait, did I never add a long down? I have long up. Oh, I never added short down or long down. Even more inputs. Why are there so many inputs? Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I meant to, but I still had it as up. Okay, that's a duplicate, that goes away. This is the problem with having like a million inputs for one game. It's very hard to follow along. I need some way to organize these. Like maybe alpha order, or like directional order, I don't know. Short up, up, long up, short down, down, long down. And again, this was supposed to be long down. So I had them. It's just more of a case of a typo. Okay. One more time. There, long up and or long and short down should work now. Alright, well, everything is working at least. So with this, I'll count version 3 as done. So from here on, it's just going to be a matter of like just improving version 3. Yeah, it was me. Count roll slash. Long B. Yeah, and that's another issue I have with the long and short presets. It's like, it's not real intuitive as to like which input has a long and short preset. Because like B would make sense to have one for like spin attacks. Yeah, I need to get away from the long and short presets and just allow specifying duration. That would be simpler and would free up a lot of inputs. I'm gonna write these down. Oh no. No. Okay, hold on. Alright, I guess like version 3.1. Yes, that's why it's important I terminate the program before I try to do other things. I'll just give you guys permission to Alt F4 and like shut off my system. I think you can like turn off your system with well, I know you can navigate to the I don't remember. Is it Windows X? Yeah, so like some way I could make you navigate to like shut down. But of course I wouldn't allow that. I think that has happened in a Twitch Plays a long time ago, where like they messed up the guy's system. Cause like he stepped away for a minute and when comes back and it's like all chaos was broken loose on his system. But that's also a benefit of going this route, where inputs will only run if you are actively in the program that they're meant for. So like if Dolphin were to lose focus, like right now, if I'm like focused on this sticky note, inputs would not run. They would only run while this window has focus in that case, which is nice. It's just setting that up would be very time consuming, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, so most important thing, allow input durations from chat. Also nice save state or load state. Yeah, input aliases. There's something more important than that. I already forgot. Oh, yeah. Splitting JSON input JSONs into separate files. And that's actually the most important thing. Well, actually, both of these are very important. I'm just gonna close this. So that's my new to-do list. And yeah, to start with, my goal is to just get Hollow Knight and TP done, so that I can be ready for that August 21st stream. After that, I'm free to do more inputs. It's just, I want to make sure that these two games are fully playable by then. Which, at this pace, I should be pretty solid for that. Yeah, this save state has invincibility on. Yeah, I forget what I was testing on this state. It's been a while. No, it's just bad at aiming. Nothing happens. You can only damage Zant with Ball and Chain, unfortunately. Well, this phase. If we could damage him with any other source, we would save like 20 minutes and any percent. But it is hard-coded to only take B and C. Because the game is bad. I think that's actually what I was testing. Was like if there's some like obscure thing that could hit him, like, you know, for example, being like juiced up and hitting him with like different types of the sword. Like I even tried wooden sword just to see like if anything at all would work. But no, it's B and C only. That would be really cool if we did. Actually, I didn't test that. Here, let me test that now. Gotta switch profiles. Also gotta connect my controller. Hey, I mean, you never know with TP. That's the one thing I've learned. You have to test everything. I have way too many profiles. Alright, so... magic armor. Nope. You just bounce right off. Let me hit you. Yeah, no. Any percent to get magic armor. Is that even possible with the current route? Because you never do KB2. You never beat mines. So I don't think the Elder is there. Or, not the Elder, but I don't think a Goron that triggers the shop, or I don't think like the whole shop quest even starts until beating mines, right? So if that's the case, then yeah, you would to be able to skip B and C, you would have to complete mines, then is it 1800? It's 1,000 for the initial, and then 200 for the second if you do the side quest of the Hot Spring Goron. Otherwise, it's another 2,000. So obviously doing the side quest would be faster in that case. Yeah, so it would be 1,200 additional rupees. Or no, yeah, because you have to then add magic armor as well. Yeah, I believe it's 598 is the exact price, I think. So yeah, 1,800 rupees, additional rupees, an entire dungeon, a long side quest, and a lot more movement. That alone would take like what, 30 minutes just to get magic armor in any percent? And I don't even know if you can get CAC in the right state after having done Back in Time. So even after all that, it may not be possible. I think it is though if you just beat Mines, but yeah, that would just be just Mines alone would make it not worth it. That's true, yeah. Would not surprise me. I mean, it's like we have pose skip. You know, we can skip the Arbiter's pose. It may take 10 hours, but we can do it. Doesn't mean it's faster for any percent, though. And actually, I think the fastest it can take is like 12 hours, if really good RNG. But I think the average for pose skip is 14 or 15 hours. Trying to do a jump spin with magic armor, which is very hard because you fall so fast. No, stop targeting. Let me go back to this state. There. I can't do it from a backflip because you don't actually flip. Oh, man, just to show something off. Look at Link's Y position. I'll frame advance it. .6. Wait, was that the highest? It's hard to do this because I have to like switch from controller to keyboard right away. Oh, it just went back to 0 instantly, okay. But that's why I've said in the past that backflipping in this game, it does nothing. Because it really doesn't. Like, you go up maybe 10 units versus a jump attack, which makes you go up 90. So a jump attack effectively takes you almost 10 times higher than a backflip. And also, a backflip, it only puts you up those 10 units right at the start of it. And when you like almost instantly like go back to 0. Like why they did that with backflipping, I assume it's an oversight because that just doesn't make sense. But that's why you can't backflip over like small things such as this, because you don't actually gain height with it. You don't gain enough height. So you physically can't backflip over pretty much anything because everything is too tall. Even though you can jump attack, no problem. Because TP is weird. Even side hops take you up higher. Like, what does a side hop do? Whoops, wrong input. It's so hard to switch from controller to keyboard. Wrong input. That was soft reset. Okay, there we go. So even a side hop takes you up like 62 units. But again, a backflip barely takes you up. It doesn't even take you up 11 units. 10.6 max. And then within 3 frames after the start of the backflip, or after the peak of the backflip, you're back to less than 1 unit. And then it slowly decrements. Like, why is that coded that way? Wait, what? You gain height at the end of the backflip? What the hell is happening in this code? Like, I just want to reiterate this. Like, the backflip is so weird. Oh, wait, no, I know why that was. Okay, yeah, because it met ground level. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it like this. Why was that less than 10? I only peaked at 9.6. Interesting. Yeah, so see how I gained height right there? That's because you're actually touching the ground already. You're not actually in the air at all. So within like 3 frames after the peak of the backflip, you're already back on the ground, even though visually you're still in the air. It's like the backflip code is just... I want to see it decomped. Because like, how the hell is this thing that's this broken? It makes no sense. It's like they had to intentionally... This had to be a design choice for it to be this messed up. But yeah, backflips literally do nothing. Like, you pretty much stay on the ground when you do a backflip. Because TP is weird. Alright, I will end it here though. I don't know if I'll stream... Or, well, no, tomorrow's Saturday. I will stream tomorrow. The plan is... Actually, I was thinking about doing a Twitch Plays test, but I do want to make the changes before I do want to make these changes before I do that. At the least this one. That's the one that matters. Before I can test it. Maybe I can get that done tonight. I don't want to pressure myself to do it tonight though, so there'll probably not be any Twitch Plays testing tomorrow. Though I may do a development stream after A Hat in Time. I am planning on continuing with A Hat in Time, or actually starting the DLC. And potentially something else. I don't know what that something else would be yet. Oh, actually, I'll do an ID2 rando. It's been a while since I've done one. I'll probably do 2 of them if the first one's quick. And I may do the potions config. I want to try that out. Breaks fighting's difficult. trying to get an Epona slide into a brake slide. Yeah, that was not good. Let me go out to Gorge for this. I can't get the brake slide. I'm actually surprised I've gotten a successful Epona slide 4 times in a row. Just keep in mind, that's a frame perfect trick. I got it again, that's 5 in a row. TP is such an easy game. 6 in a row. I can get frame perfect tricks back to back, but not brake slides. 7. That's 8. So now we're at 9. 10. No. I don't think it works that well uphill. How am I getting this so consistently? Like, is Dolphin, like, do I have a cheat on or something? Like, I should not be getting it this consistent. Like, that was still bad. I at least got the brake slide. I'm just short of ESS. Should. Like, I've not missed a single Epona slide. And I'm at, what, like 16, 17? Though it is going to be harder to brake slide with a bunch of enemies with me. Nice wooden sword. Okay, it was great spin, so it still killed. Why can I not get the brake slide? Is my dead zone messed up? I want to get this. I need to end on a good note. Dude. Whatever. Like, I just don't know how I'm getting Epona slides so consistent. Alright, I think I know what I was doing wrong. Now, that was okay. I still haven't missed an Epona slide. What the hell? I don't know how I'm doing it so consistent. Like, the game's running at 30, so it's not like lag is helping me. I want to get a good one. There we go. It's so hard to turn while holding ESS, but I'll take that. Alright, I will end it here. So thanks for watching, have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Still haven't filled an Epona slide yet.